Hey guys, welcome back to AF Farms for this new series on Silverrun Forrest. So we are starting in Farm Manager mode. So this is the middle setting if you're not familiar in terms of difficulty. I've had a look around the map in New Farmer mode. I do like the starting location. However, I do prefer to start my games in New Farmer mode, just so I have the ability to buy the land that I like, buy the equipment that I want straight away, and have that substantial funds to begin the game with. So without further ado, let's get in. So this is going to be logging focused, because obviously this is a logging focused map of the Platinum expansion. And with that out of the way, let's get into it. So let's get into our character creation. It's going to go fairly standard here, and we're just going to go our logging outfit. So let's go the Husqvarna get up. There we go. So if we're going to do logging, throw on some Husqvarna gear, happy days. Alright, so here we are, Silverrun Forrest. So it spawns you in at the location of the starter farm. And this is where the starter farm would normally be. What's this here? Help menu. New missions, okay. Deadwood tree missions. Okay. So it looks like we've got to go hunt down some trees for those. Okay, let's have a look at our game settings. So we've got the crop calendar on. We've got... Actually, first thing I'm going to do is get the settings the way I like it. So let's go to timescale, change that to real time. Economic difficulty, we'll make that easy. Traffic we'll leave on. Seasonal growth we will turn off. For the moment, days per month we'll set to 1. Fixed visual month we'll leave off. We're going to turn snow off, just because I don't want to have to deal with the snow. Actually, no, I might leave snow on and see what it looks like when we do get a snow event, and see if it's going to impact our logging at all. Crop destruction, we'll turn that off. Ploughing off, fieldstone off, lime off, weeds off. Dirt normal, automatic engine start. We'll leave that on. Leave that normal. AI worker refill, fuel. Yep. So all those settings can remain the same. Help window on. This is general settings. Interactive zone marker. Leave that on. Info trigger on. Field info on. Everything else. So radio off because I'm recording for YouTube. Everything else looks fine here, because these should be universal settings for all of my games. Alright, cool, here we go. So let's jump into the build mode, because I like to use this just to get an aerial view of the map. So when you start a new farm, you start with this plot of land, and then the plots of land down towards the railway station and the shop. So the shop is just here, and the roller coaster is close by, and the town is basically just to the right here. So I'm thinking what we're going to do is we're going to purchase this plot of land here, and we're just going to start ripping into cutting these trees down, because there's quite a few here. We've got a couple of, yeah, looks like pines and the new sequoia varieties, and we're just going to work our way through this area. So let's just jump into the map view. So here we are here. This is where the starter farm normally is. And this is the plot of land that we're going to start with. So if I purchase this one, it is so very reasonably priced, 115,000. So let's purchase that. And then let's go shopping for some forestry equipment. So we're going to go straight into the big boys. I'm probably going to go the Rotney H21D, because it's got the 80 centimeter width, tree trunk cutting width, which I really like. I've got the new Komatsu here. This will only do 65 and 70, so I'm not super keen on those. The Hannibal Impex will do 120, but I don't have trees that size, I think, to really worry about at this stage. I'm definitely going to be using the high lift log truck thing here, I guess front loader, so that's definitely going to be used at some stage. So let's go ahead and lease. So we're just going to lease to begin with, and then we're going to try and pick up a used. Actually, let's just check the used equipment first. We might get lucky. Okay, nothing there. So we're going to lease the harvester, and then we're going to look to buy one at a sale at some stage. So jump into here. I think we're just going to go standard wheels. I'm not too worried about it. Okay, let's lease that for 23,970. And we are off. So we're going to get straight into cutting these trees down. So let's head over to it. And this is super convenient being close to the shop. So any equipment that I need, I'll just be able to get straight in. So let's unfold the tree harvester. Let's get off the train tracks actually before we do anything else. Okay, unfold tree harvester. So plan is we're going to clear out this area. And we are going to, let's turn the tree harvester on, just get straight into it. So there have been some additions to, some improvements you might say for, there we go, we've got 5 metre bales. So I think we might start with 5 metre bales and we'll just go from there. So obviously I'll get a logging truck at some stage as well, but we're just going to rip in and start cutting these trees down. So what do we got here? This looks like a new, if I can remember how to turn my, there we go, that's what I wanted to do. Okay, there we go. So the reason why I chose the Rotney over anything else is because it basically gives us the highest diameter cut out of any of the tree harvesters in the base game and the expansion. So this looks like it might be a bit of a wider variety. So rather than have any issue with having to leave a tree because I don't have the correct size harvester to deal with it, I very much don't want to have that problem. So let's lift that up. So this looks like one of the new tree types actually. So it's pretty satisfying, the old logging, I must say. I mean, not great for the environment in the real world terms, but I mean, I'm sure there is definitely a place for it. Oops, so that was a bit of a short log. So that stump there from the tree that I just cut down before is definitely a tad high. So I want to try and make sure that I keep those stumps nice and low to the ground where I possibly can. So it looks like we've got a couple of dead trees there, eh? So that might be that might have been what the dead woods were in that contract menu. So I'm already kind of coming unstuck under a stump here. Yep, that's of my own doing. So what I might do is I might get the Raptor forestry mulcher out at some stage as well, just to start clearing out some of these stumps, just so it makes life a little bit easier. Not doing too badly so far with these trees, so let's lift that up. So what I try to do is put them in, so what these bales obviously are what they refer to as logs, so bales of wood. So what I want to try and do is basically clear out all this, and it's actually quite a little tree, this one. See how we go here. Come through with the stump grinder, clean up all this brush. So we've actually got quite a few little trees here as well, which would be great for cleaning that up, clean up all that area. So let's cut that down. It's going to be interesting actually, because some of these logs may be too small to even see when I come to pick them up. So let's see what we've got here. This looks like a sequoia. So that's just a big pine effectively. So there's 3 new tree types in the Platinum expansion. So we get a decent amount of logs out of this actually, which is very good. So we'll have to have a think about how we're going to collect these logs. Whether we're going to use a forwarder, tree type not suitable, so that looks like a pagoda dogwood. Let's see if we can't get this one over here. So you'll notice there too, we've got a little tree indicator to help us line up the cut. So if I could push forward a little bit, should be able to get this one. So if you hold L1 and then hold down on Align Tree Harvester, that will now give you the perfect alignment, and then you can go ahead and cut that log. Okay, let's carry on. Let's go for this one just here. So I'm gonna swing that around. Hopefully I can... Cool, got it. So I'll back out a little bit. Let's just cut this here. So the other thing with the Raptor, the print-off Raptor HD300, I think it's called, it's the forestry mulcher, so it is perfectly suited for clearing all this brush, all these small trees and stumps. So we can actually turn this into, let's get down a little bit, turn this into some suitable farmland potentially. So let's see if we can swing this arm. Okay, that's not going to work. Let's see if we can go over there. Hopefully we don't flip here. So the physics are still a bit wonky in some areas. So what I'll probably do here as well is I'll set up a bit of a staging area for all these logs. So let's get this boom arm out the way, and we'll come at it from the other side. Yeah, so get these logs all sort of moved into a central position, and then let's see if we can't get this guy here. You are not allowed to cut this tree. Why not? So that tree is in the... You can't buy the farmland in that area. Okay, so that's good to know. So basically everything to the right of this track doesn't belong to me. So there's no way I'm going to be able to cut it down, which is fine. Let's just move on to the next one. So let's go down this way. There we go. So we'll do a batch of 5 metre bales and then we'll see how we go getting them moved. I'm probably just going to get a front loader or a big wheel loader to deal with these. Okay, let's see if we can't get into this one here. So if you've never used a tree harvester before, it does take a little bit of getting used to. But they are pretty fun to use once you get the hang of it. And with the alignment feature now, so the align the cutting head feature, Just makes it more accessible than ever. You don't actually need to get all the way close to it. Sort of near enough is good enough in most cases. Okay, let's see if we can't get this one just here. We go a little bit further forward. There we go, got it. So we can't pull this one out a little bit. So what I tend to do is I tend to reverse back and to the left, and then just allow the tree to sort of swing naturally downwards, and then it just sort of falls. So I think theoretically the tree will fall directly parallel to the cutting head, so we're straight on with it here, so it should go, no, it'll just fall whichever way it likes. So let's go this way. Hopefully we don't run into our harvester too much here. So a little bit out of shape there, but that's alright. Oops, still got one left. So we're going alright so far. We haven't had too many issues with stumps being in the way. Let's see if we can get this one nice and close. Oh, pretty close there. Okay, got it. Alright, let's get this. Get these last couple that are just in front here, and then I'm going to go get the forestry mulcher, and we're going to start trying to clear some of this area of stumps and logs in preparation for okay, if we get a bit closer, go down a bit. There we go. Alright. Okay, let's have a look at what we can purchase to move these now. So we've got wheel loaders. We've got the Volvo. Safety beacon. Let's have a look at forestry equipment actually, first and foremost. So we could look to get a forwarder. I mean, that's definitely an option, but I don't want to be spending time picking up one log at a time. I really much prefer to be trying to pick up multiple logs. So this might actually be. We got grapple. That's got a cutting head, fast coupler. So I wonder how many that'll do. Possibly. Let's have a look at wheel loaders again. Look, we'll just go the Volvo. We're here on the Platinum expansion. Let's use some Platinum expansion equipment. Safety beacon. Not sure what that is about, but let's just go standard wheel setup. Okay, and we're going to lease this. Okay, good stuff. Right, let's go find a suitable log grapple. Wheel loader. We are going to be down here at the Volvo unloading grapple. Ooh, that might be that one. What else we got? Okay, let's lease this. Alright, and we're away. So let's grab this stuff. Probably not the best parking spot for this large equipment, but this tool is not compatible. What? So what did I get? I got a wheel loader. Yeah, okay. I went into wheel loader tools. Oh, hang on, maybe it's for... don't tell me I got the wrong one. Oh, it's the LA... No, god damn it. So the one I need to use is going to be this one here. Well, that's a bit of a waste of money on the... So I think that's for the next size front loader, not the one that we've not the one that we leased. So let's go to leased items. I could have bought that front loader for 104,000, but I'm not going to do that just yet. Yeah, so that goes for the bigger one. Okay, let's return this because we're not going to use it. All right. Okay, we're away. Okay, let's get this thing open. How do we open it again? Okay, cool. Alright, so I'm just going to make a... Let's see if there's anything I can purchase that's going to... Oh, we've got the auto-loading container. Shipping container, platinum expansion. So this will sell logs as a whole. Okay, interesting. Definitely not too worried about... So what have we got? The timber runner. What about our platinum expansion trailers? So we've got the Schwarzmüller timber semi-trailer. So I think that'll just do... Yep. This one I think will do... Does it have a hitch? So I can do like a road train sort of situation. Spare wheel design, chassis colour, rim colour, not so much. Oh, I could just use the trusty Flegel. What else have we got trailer wise? These are all just going to be grain trailers by the looks of it. So how do we move the shipping containers? That's going to be... So I think if we go to miscellaneous, we've got a... No, not miscellaneous. Forklifts, perhaps? Nope, not the forklifts. There is a vehicle that will lift... Maybe it's a mod, actually. Because if we do buy the shipping container, how do you move it? That's the question. Well, I might have to look into that. So let's just get these logs moved. See if we can figure this out. Okay, so what I want to do, so I want to try and scoop these up. Not doing a great job at the moment. Okay, this will also work. If I just move them over to a central location, get them out of the forest area, and then we'll deal with them later on. Okay, let's get this log grip up. Okay, let's see if we can't. Okay, what I actually might do first is I might clear a bit of a brushed area where I can sort of stage these logs a bit better. So let's go to. I'm gonna get the print off Raptor. So that's the one I want there. So let's release that. Show combinations, and we're gonna get the matching cutting head. So we've got that as well. Okay. So the good thing about this is it actually cultivates the ground for you as it goes, and it'll delete. So let's not. So lift that forestry mulcher. It'll also mulch and cultivate the ground in and around the area that you want to. So as you're about to see. So it'll get rid of this ground here for us. So we have a nice clear area to work in. Now you could just paint over this, but it's very expensive to do that. And it's just a good excuse to use this bit of equipment. So we might leave it there for this episode. When we come back, we'll carry on with our clearing operation, and then we might start to look to put our farmhouse in, and then we'll go from there. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.